Have you ever wondered what kind of maniacs build machines that fly at hundreds of kilometers per hour and don't explode? You're right, aeronautical engineers. Today, we're going to talk about them. Without further ado, let's get to the video. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Gawatha and I'm an aeronautical engineer. In this video, I'm going to introduce the different stages involved in building an aircraft. Then I'll discuss the various aeronautical engineering jobs involved in each stage. In military aviation, there is this phenomenon or framework called CADMID cycle. This cycle just introduces you to the life cycle of an aircraft. Now each letter in the CADMID denotes to a stage of the aircraft build-up. So let's start with the first letter of CADMID, C or concept. Every aircraft starts with a question: what do we need? Civil aviation would say we need fuel efficient aircrafts, or they might say we need an aircraft that can take up to 2,000 passengers. When it comes to military, they might say we need a fast aircraft, or they can also ask for an aircraft that fly under the radar. So this why is the start of an aircraft. Now back in the days when I was studying aeronautical engineering, we had a class called aeronautical history, and we were told that those days the designing took place in a piece of paper, that is in something like this, and then it became a physical product. But nowadays we do not need to have a piece of paper. We do have sophisticated computers to actually get this concept right. We need to understand our requirement, what our requirement is, and then get that onto a piece of paper or onto a computer software. So this is the concept phase, your first design to building your dream aircraft or your dream jet. Now one of the biggest objectives out of this video is to explain or to make you aware about these different stages of an aircraft creation. And secondly is to help you identify different jobs involved in different stages, so you could find your passion and align your passion to a aeronautical engineering job that is in this list. Now for example, if you like writing, then you could be a technical author. They are also classed as aeronautical engineers, and more to come. So let's start with C, the concept phase. What are the jobs we can do? Now I call them visionaries because they need to imagine something, they need to bring it to a piece of paper or a computer software, and they need to build an actual product that can actually fly or serve a purpose. Let's see what are different jobs in the concept phase. Number one is aerospace system engineers. Now these engineers develop overall aircraft mission profiles and requirements. Number two is aircraft concept designers. These are the guys who sketch early models and define technical needs. And as I mentioned earlier, these things can be designed on a computer now. And number three is project engineers or project managers. Now these engineers coordinate stakeholders and timelines from the day one. They make sure that the manage stick to the deadlines and also it flows properly. So number four is regulatory liaison officers. Now these engineers ensure early designs meet initial compliance expectation. Now when you build an aircraft, you need to meet the standards of a civil aviation authority, or if you're building a military aircraft, military aviation authority. So these people or these engineers, they make sure that we are in line with these regulations. And we also have R&D engineers at this stage, the research and development engineers. These engineers research on materials and anything to do with these requirements of this aircraft. So the second letter of CADMID cycle is A or assessment. Now we know the concept, that is the birth of an aircraft. A is the assessment. Here we need to ask an important question. Can we actually build this aircraft, or can we actually get this 2D aircraft on the paper to an actual working model? Now this is where engineers run simulations, they do cost analysis and also material selection and testing, And also safety analysis or safety assessment. Safety assessment involves with different systems, how would they interfere with each other, and if one system breaks or if it gives a fault, would that generates or feed that fault into the other system, and is it fail safe now? So it will look into these kind of things. So basically assessment phase, what they do is they test different areas of the aircraft to make sure that this is a good product that we are building, and also it's built to serve its purpose. So this is one of the good questions to ask, can we actually build this? So this is assessment. Now there are some interesting jobs in the assessment phase. So let's look at number 1, flight performance analysis. Now these engineers simulates and evaluates aircraft aerodynamics. Basically they are going to see whether this aircraft will fly. Structures and material engineers, they test materials for strength and weight. Cost and risk analysts, these people calculate budgets and identifies potential issues. Though they are not engineers, they play an important role in this assessment process. Number 4, CFD engineers or computational fluid dynamics engineers. They simulate airflow and drag digitally. Now these engineers, they will look into the fluid dynamics of an aircraft, or in other words, whether the aircraft or the structure will induce more drag to the system or whether it will create the right lift. So these are the requirements they will look at. Third letter of the CADMID cycle is delta or D. This is called demonstration. Who are we going to demonstrate to? The authorities. Now this is where the aircraft is fully built into a prototype, a full-size prototype, and we do different kinds of testing. We do weather testing and desert environment testing and also cold environment testing. It will go through many different tests, and then there'll be test pilots involved, there'll be test engineers involved, and there'll be regulatory personnel involved. And this is to show to the Civil Aviation Authority or Military Aviation Authority that this aircraft passes all their tests and this can serve its purpose. So at this stage you demonstrate to the regulatory body that we are in line with their regulations and we have built an aircraft. As I mentioned earlier, this is where a lot of tests are conducted and also a lot of failures are encountered. Now failure is good at this stage of the journey because this is where you fail and learn from these mistakes, because safety comes first. Now let's look different engineers involved in the demonstration phase of the aircraft. You can find prototype engineers who build test model of the aircraft, flight test engineers who designs and monitors real-world flight tests, test pilots, though they are not engineers, they fly the prototypes under controlled conditions. Perhaps you would like to become a pilot, maybe this is the job for you. And instrumentation technicians, they install and manage sensors and data systems. And aerospace safety engineers monitor safety conditions and performance results. And lastly, there will be certification engineers who will work with the Civil Aviation Authority or the regulatory body to certify this aircraft to fly. Now let's assume that everything up until this stage went well, and that is we built a proper aircraft, the aircraft flew well, and the Civil Aviation Authority gave the green light. What's next? The next letter is the M, or the manufacturing. Now this is where we go for mass manufacturing. Now this is where, like, okay, the aircraft is certified now to fly, let's do a mass production. This is where you look for airlines, whether they need the new aircrafts, or even we go into military, whether you need these aircraft for the military purposes. Now you do mass production. So let's look at different jobs involved in the manufacturing stage. Number 1 is manufacturing engineers, oversees the factory process of aircraft construction. And then we got aircraft technicians, assemble aircraft systems and structures. Then we got production planners, coordinates timelines, logistics and material flow. And then we got quality assurance inspectors or engineers. They ensure every part meets the strict aviation standard. These jobs that I'm mentioning, they are like a handful of jobs. There's a lot of jobs involved in each stage. I'm just giving a few flavors into what different stage has and what different stage has to offer. Now mass manufacturing is done. Next is putting these aircraft into action. The eye of the CADMID cycle is in service. That literally means now the aircraft that have been manufactured is in service. Okay, so this is where airlines buy the aircraft and fly them, and this is where all the aircraft maintenance engineers are involved. This is where the actual action happens. This is where people fly, or if it is a military, this is where the military missions are done. So in service phase. Now the jobs involved are line maintenance technicians, base maintenance engineers, these are aircraft maintenance engineers, and aircraft maintenance planners, we also call them planning engineers, airworthiness engineers. They ensure continued compliance with aviation standards. And fleet performance engineers, they use data to optimize aircraft usage and reduce downtime. There are also quality engineers, safety engineers, camo engineers. There'll be a lot of engineers here. Calibration engineers, tool engineers. So there's a lot of jobs. I'm just saying a handful, just introducing a handful of engineering jobs to you. Now disposal stage of an aircraft is all about retiring aircraft in a safe and responsible manner. Some of the aircraft parts are scrapped, some of them are recycled. Now let's see different jobs involved in the disposal side of things. You got aircraft disassembly engineers. They specializes in safe disassembly of the aircraft. Sustainability engineers, they design recycling and green disposal methods. Parts resales engineers, they manage resales of working components. They are also called aviation sales engineers. And aviation historians, they preserve the iconic aircrafts. And lastly, end-of-life project engineers, they plan the decommissioning process. As you can understand, aeronautical engineering is not just one thing. You can do an aeronautical engineer degree and you could go into any of these stages. Just find your passion and align it towards the place where you want to be. Now if you're a really good writer, and a technical author is a perfect job. There are design organizations who recruit technical authors or technical engineers. Their sole job is to write technical documentation. Now if you're someone who's good with arts, you could be a design engineer. You got that thing for the art. And if you're very good at your hands, like mechanical oriented, you could be an aircraft maintenance engineer. If you're good with electronic components and stuff, you could be an avionics engineer. And if you're really good at software, you could be an aviation software engineer. These computers, they use softwares to run programs. So there's a lot of wide variety of jobs. Aeronautical engineering is not just one thing. It's a culmination of all these positions. It's a culmination of all these positions that build an amazing aircraft. I hope you enjoyed the video. YouTube thinks you would love this video as well. Until I come back next week, keep fixing.